Oh yeah, so a lot of people, they get stuck on this 6.5, okay, and it's really hard for them to get to the 7, okay? And one thing that I think few people do, and it's one of the things I do with my students every week, okay, is how can we say it better? All right, so some people, the reason they are stuck in the 6.5 and they can't get to the 7, all right, it's because the words they are using, what they are using, is not a 7 yet, okay? And some people question it because they say, oh my God, I don't have a lot of mistakes. How come I can get the 7? Okay, so the reason is sometimes you are not making mistakes because the things you are using are quite simple, like simple words, okay? So you have to try and use more sophisticated words. All right, so I call it say it better. Okay, so how can we say this better? And if a student approaches me saying that they need a high score, the first thing I will do, I will look at the writing, of course, we'll work on the structure, and then the next step is usually to think about how can you say these things better, because the student, they know how to say things, all right? But then sometimes one or two words could be a little bit better, okay? So, for example, there's a very popular task that I share with my students, talking about, I think, advantages and disadvantages to houses and apartments, okay? And then people, they talk about it, and they go and they say, oh my God, yeah, because houses, one of the bad things about houses is that it takes a lot of money because you have to take care of the garden and the house is big, and then you have to pay for this and pay for that. And I'm like, okay, so can you tell me one word that describes all of that? I said, what do you mean? Yeah, you talked about working in the garden, you know, if something breaks, it's more expensive to fix if you compare it to an apartment. I'm like, what's one word? And they're like, I don't know. And I'll say, maintenance. Okay, so it's expensive because it's high maintenance. A house is high maintenance. So instead of saying, oh, you have to pay a lot of money to do this, oh, it's high maintenance, okay? Or the maintenance is expensive, that kind of thing, okay? Another one, for example, could be, oh, I like apartments because it's easy, because it's in the center of the city. Okay. Easy. Maybe you can say convenient. Okay. Oh, the location is convenient, or apartments are usually in a convenient location. All right. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Okay. So if you have been studying for the IELTS, you probably have had someone look at your writing. Okay. And if by any chance the person who's looking at your writing is not telling you the ways you could say things better, especially when it comes to vocabulary, ask your teacher, your tutor, okay? So ask them, okay, so how can I be a 7 here? All right, which words do I have to use, okay? So maybe they will give you lots of things and then you're gonna be a bit overwhelmed. But maybe a good start is to look at the things that you already have and think about how can this be better? Okay, so it's something that I do with my students quite often, and I think that some people, they overlook it.